Before we get started, do me a favor and smash that like button. I'd appreciate it. All right, got LT on the line here, and we decided to do a short video in regards to a comment on a recent video. So take it away, LT.
Well, good morning, Teddy. Yeah, we were looking at these comments and talking about them here. And, sometimes the comments you get are all favorable, and that's great. You like to have, affirmation that, you're putting out good information. And sometimes the comments you get are not all favorable, but that's still great because it helps you to stop. If you'll stop and think about what they're saying, where they're coming from, and then try to determine, well, how can we help this person understand, what is going on, or maybe they are right, but maybe look at it from a different way. So we had a comment on this video about Michelle White Dove's stickers, and I said, it's going to be a big week, and the reply by TD Master said, this whole NFT sales of these stickers is so unfair. Only big ass whales are winning in this game, not us little guys at all. Well, in some ways he's correct, assuming it's a he, TD Master. But in some ways that's a correct statement, but in other ways it's not. So let's think of this through in that assume that this is a correct statement. Only the big whales are winning in this game. That is, they have enough funds that they're able to buy so many tickets that they can have a disproportionately advantage in winning this. Because, Michelle White Dove's case, she sold just short of 80,000 stickers. So if a big whale would come in and say bought 1,000 stickers, so they'd spent $10,000, well, they got a 1 in 8 chance of winning. Now, the person that bought just one sticker has a 1 in 80,000 chance of winning. So you go, wow, that's a correct statement. The big whales certainly have an advantage here. I think we got to think deeper or further past this. I think one of the things that D-Guard at G-Pool did was realize after these 2X NFTs, a Wounded Warrior project, and the sale of all those, that the 2X NFTs became very expensive. And even the ones that were given out to content creators such as Digital Dave and or the Alien Like and Big Dog, these content creators had, the 2X NFTs that were for 10,000 T-Fuel, but even those are going for several $1,000s on the open market. So unless you were a part of their giveaway or the way that they passed out those, you had to pay for these. And then the of course the 2X Wounded Warrior project, you had to, the cheapest one of those was $1,200. So we're talking about, it actually took quite a bit of money. So a person that didn't have those kind of funds was at a disadvantage. Now, if you think about what these 1.25 multipliers is going to do, because we're selling each week, they're selling, I think, Big Dog was close to 50,000. Of course, we know that Alien Like was over 50,000, and Michelle White Dove almost 80,000. I believe you're going to have an outstanding week of, 80, 90,000, and then, Digital Dave is probably going to do as much or more. So we can expect that there's going to be several 100,000 of these 1.25 NFTs out there. And what that's going to mean is that people are getting into the market that don't have a lot of funds, but they want to get into the liquidity pool because a 50% return with no kind of multiplier at all is a huge return. That's not a normal return in any kind of investment vehicle out there. And so it's great. People with getting started with just a few $100s is wonderful, because in a year they're going to make a 50% return, and then a year after that they're going to make another 50% return. But if they could get just another extra percentage, a 1.25 is going to wind up giving you a 12.5% return extra, right? Because it's only on half of your LP. So you get another 12.5% extra. Well, that works out to be real money. It doesn't take long for that to start adding up. And I believe these are going to be plentiful. The NFTs that are 1.25 will be plentiful, and they'll be plentiful enough that the small investor will have the opportunity and the wherewithal to be able to purchase that and help get them started. That a 1.25 kicker on top of your 50% is a plus, and they're going to be available, and they're going to be within range of a smaller investor to be able to obtain and then utilize that in their LP and help jumpstart their earnings on their LP. So, yep, in some ways this comment is correct, but I would like to say to TD Master, um, there's real advantage here for the small investor, just because there are going to be NFTs that are available that they can afford to help get their um, LP started or kick-started a little bit, make a little extra with it over time. And it's not about getting rich quick. This is invest for the long term, and reinvest to build that monies that you have in the LP, so that one day you might be that well and be able to buy that 2X to help yourself even that much more.
Yeah, and don't forget, at the 1 year point, you will meet your own 2x multiplier.
Well, that's true. There you go. So an extra 12.5% early on is going to pay off time you get to that 1 year point and you get the 2X. I mean, that's so maybe so. Maybe these stickers disproportionately advantage the wealthy, but I do believe there's benefit for the smaller investor as well. And so I was encouraged to see these come out for that reason.
Yeah, when you buy some stickers, maybe the whale can afford to buy 1,000 of them, and you can only afford to buy 5 or 10 of them. But you have a chance of winning one of those big 2Xs. It might not be as good of a chance as that whale, but you could still, they're going to draw 8, and yours could be one of them. Even though you only bought 1 or 5, it could still be one of those 8 that are chosen, because it's that protocol through Chainlink that does the random selection of 8 of the stickers that were purchased. And I would say that the guy that just bought 1 could be lucky.
You at least have that chance.
Yeah, I said, when the only thing you do when you don't buy a lottery ticket is you guarantee you will not win. If you at least buy 1 lottery ticket, then there's a chance, no matter how small that chance may be, there is a chance that your ticket could be the winner. And in the case of this thing, every week there's 8 of those big 2x 2 million capacity multipliers that will be given away, and I guarantee you they're not all going to go to some whale.
Yeah, exactly. There will be, that's 40 over a period of 5 weeks, and odds are there's going to be a few people, at least a few people that have, very modest means, are going to wind up with one of these. And then they're going to have a big decision to make. Do you hold on to it, or do you sell it and then put that proceeds into the liquidity pool. So, these are good decisions to be faced with.
Yeah, that's for sure. So, I agree with you, LT, that the ability for people that don't have a lot of money to be able to, at least get a 1.25x multiplier. Uh, you know, try and get a 1.5. It's more expensive. These 1.25 stickers, you can pretty much get them on the secondary market for the same price that you pay if you do it during the drawing. The sticker can be turned into the NFT, but if you bought it on the secondary market, of course, it's not going to be a part of that drawing for the 8 big ones. But nonetheless, you know.
That's right. My son-in-law just this past week decided he would to take the time. He's been listening to our videos. I've been talking to him about this, but he had a little bit of theta, a little T-fuel stuck aside, and I sat down with him, helping get his LP set up, and I gifted him a 1.25 to get him started, and he was like, "Oh man, this is great," and it really is. It really is great. Whenever you have a straight 50% coming in, that's great. But whenever you get just a little bit of a boost on that, it really brightens your day. So,
Yeah.
and so he got that 1.25, and it immediately started boosting his every 10 minutes. You start looking at that 10-minute payout, and started boosting that 10-minute payout. And he's like, so I'm grateful that we have the 1.25 multipliers that are going to benefit the people that have, a modest start. It's something they can get started with. And it's something, like in my case, I was able to just gift my son-in-law so that he could use it and get his LP kicked off just a little bit. So, that's the other thing I think will happen, is that there'll be people that have these 1.25 sitting in their wallets, and they'll be able to use them once we get the they're talking about this rental pool, where you're going to be able to put your unused NFTs into the rental pool, so that people that need them will be able to use that NFT to boost their earnings, and then you'll make a little bit from what they're making, and we get that going, then definitely these 1.25s can go into that rental pool, and they'll make you money every month. So it's just another way to help people who have a little bit to invest, get it in there, and help others. So
yeah, I can't wait for that rental thing to become available. We know that DeGuard said that they're working on it. So
right.
When it'll happen, I can't say, but they are working on it. And according to something that Alien Like had said in a recent video, the way it's going to work basically is whatever the gain of a multiplier is over not having that multiplier, 50% will go to the owner of the NFT, and the other 50% will go to the person renting the NFT. So that's going to be great, because it's going to make it possible for people that can't afford to buy one, they can rent it, because it's basically, they don't have to put any money up front. They're just going to, split the rewards that
right.
NFT gives them with the owner of the NFT.
Right.
No money up front.
Exactly.
What's
right.
not to like about that?
Exactly. So yeah, I think it's a win-win for everybody, and even though you'd like things to be fair, well, they're just not, and that's not life. And so, as they say, take lemons and make lemonade. So instead of looking at the negative side of it, let's look at the positive side. This is going to help a lot of people who can't afford to get those 2x multipliers. So.
Yep, and I encourage TD Master, You know, I know you kind of feeling sour grapes there from based on your comment, but you know, get out there and get as many of the stickers as you can afford. You know, if it's only one, then just get the one. But at least if you get one, you've got a chance of
That's right.
that you could win one of those big ones. You know,
Exactly.
there's no
Exactly.
guarantees in life, but at least if you get one or more of those stickers, you've got a chance that you could win that. You know.
Yep. So I think the master for his comment. He's putting it out the way he sees it, and just when I started to type back a reply, but it seemed to be too much to put into a reply comment. So I'm glad we had the chance to talk about it, and I'm just grateful for this opportunity.
Well, we'll get this video out there today.
All
Yeah,
right, sounds
should
good.
be
Well,
an
I've
easy
got
one, and it's only about a 15-minute video. So
yeah, I've got a soccer game to go watch, so I'm gonna get out here and go watch my grandson run around with a bunch of other kids kicking a ball. So
all
it's gonna
right,
be fun.
all right. It was good talking to you, LT, and you know, have a good time.
Great. Talk to you later.
All right, bye bye.
Bye.
Well, that's a wrap for this presentation. So cue the music. If you enjoyed the video, then hit that thumbs up for me, and I'll see you in the next video.